this is a good point to kind of go specifically into the build just a little bit, Chad. I think some people might have some interest in that, some do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
Unless you have an agenda you want us to follow.
I don't really have an agenda. I just like, you know, if someone were to just feel super ambitious and they're like, man, I want to do this on my own. What, like, let's just walk them through step by step. Like, what do they need to do? Like, what's the first thing? Like, how would they even source a container in order to start working on this?
There are Google. So there's this amazing thing on the internet.
What?
No way.
And then there's another one called YouTube. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You would start the process just like you would start if you were going to build a home. I'm just going to really try to pound that into the ground here. There is nothing different technically than what you think. I think people still believe, oh, how would I do this? Well, how would you build a home, right? So yes, you would have to find a place where you can buy containers. So let's start there. Well, I'm skipping over a huge step, which are plans, architectural drawings, a lot, all that kind of stuff. So let's just assume you've done that. Yeah, we can get to that for sure too. And Shane, you can talk specifically about that. But even here in Colorado, we're a complete landlocked state, right? We're nowhere near where ships are, right? So, and then I think we just Googled shipping containers for sale, Colorado, and there are regional distributors here. And we went and looked at their yard, and we found out that there are basically 3 containers that you can buy generally, which are new, single use, and used. And of course, those come in all different sizes, right? You can get 40 foot, 20 foot, 10 foot. And then you can get the standard 8 foot tall ones, or you can get what's called high cubes, which are 9.5 feet, which absolutely use the high cubes. You know, it's a fractionally more money. And if you really don't want to feel like you're in a box, get a high cube. So you can have normal to borderline high ceilings. The new containers are great. If you're concerned about people looking at upcycled material, then I would say go ahead and get the new. For what you're going to spend, just get new containers so you don't have anyone saying this one's dented. Yeah, it's a used container. If you're interested in using upcycled materials, I mean, these are in the millions sitting around not getting used in the United States. And by the way, that is because we import more than we export. That then get a single use. I would completely avoid the used ones. You start to run in structural integrity issues. Some of the damage is so much that you don't want to compromise the structural integrity of them. Also, the used ones, you have to really start getting into what were they used for. And I think that's why the single-use ones or the new are better. If they were carrying if they were carrying food, paint material, chemicals, then you have to do a lot just to get it to where, I mean, you're putting people in this, right? So you just want to avoid all that. You can get a container's manifest. They'll have those where they sell them so they can say where they got them from and what they were used for. But again, new, single use. At that point, you can purchase them. They'll likely deliver them wherever you want them to be delivered.